Cash Money once said that. Probably some of the realest shit he ever.
Want to talk about it no more, my dog.
You're not wrong, bro. Like
I'm done with it.
Just some shit. I don't care.
I don't care. Like all I want to do is find out whether or not I'm wrong for not putting a full 2-week notice in. That's all I care about, dog.
Well, I mean, maybe you're not wrong.
I'm not wrong because the last person who tried to do the right thing and put a 2-week notice in
got fired.
Got fired. Well, they didn't get fired. They just told them, well, your services are no longer.
Yo,
needed.
low key though, that Jobs is so spiteful. Like you be like, yeah, I'm gonna put my 2-week notice in. Then next thing you know, like you're not on the schedule next week. Like at first we didn't have nobody to do this job. Now we got enough people where you can just take me off the schedule completely. Fuck is going on? It's like y'all some liars.
Like I feel
full of shit.
I feel bad because like I really like my job. I like what I do. Don't get it twisted.
I didn't feel bad when I put it in 2 weeks.
I like my job. I like what I do. I like the people I work with. It be days I would love to come into the job, but it was a lot. I don't like going to a job where
there's a lot of work.
No, not even the work part, because I'm a hard working person. It felt too heavy. Like with everything going on in the news in regards to it. And
don't want to be a scapegoat. So
you get tired of people coming and they are yelling at you for something you wasn't even there for. You ain't got nothing to do with this. This is not your problem. I'm actually on your side.
You are the face of the problem right now, though.
And I'm the one person there that when you come to me, I get you together. I can tell you right now, there's not a single person who did not come to my window who was respectful. Because if you come to me on bullshit when I'm working up front, you're going to get the same energy back professionally. So I'm still going to get your stuff done, but you're not going to get that level of care on top of it. I'm not going to make that little extra effort to make sure it most definitely gets where it needs to be at, and you know what the next steps are. No, all you are getting is, all right, I got this. I'll make sure they get it. You good to go. And that's it.
See, I feel like if I worked at a job like that and motherfuckers came in with some bullshit, I would be throwing niggas' applications in the garbage.
See, and I won't do that.
I would.
And that's why you don't get a job like that.
Like,
probably why you didn't get the constrictor job with us. Because they knew you was on bullshit. You answer stuff on bullshit.
I'm sorry. Stop asking niggas to be honest.
That's what they want.
No, you don't. Clearly you don't.
They want you to be honest.
I hate when they ask you the same question 6 times.
That's because they want to see if you're going to answer it the same way. Because if you say a question and you change what words are you using the question, in some people's heads, it's a different question. So you look at it differently. If they're going to ask you, hey, would you snitch on your coworker? You might be, yeah. Would you snitch on your friend who happens to be your coworker? Same question. They still asking, are you going to snitch? But adding the word friend makes a difference. Would you snitch on the person who you don't like? Hell yeah. Would you snitch for $1 million? Most definitely. Would you snitch on your friend who stole $1 million? I don't know. They want you to be honest across the board. Why?
Nah, the questions be too tricky.
That's why they ask you that.
Do you steal? No. Do you condone stealing?
Same difference.
Yes. I don't steal.
One, you hook people up.
But I don't condone stealing.
You hook people up.
Yeah, that's the point of the plug.
That's stealing.
I'm not the outlet, and then I'm plugged to people.
That's still stealing.
People
bro.
need us. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Deaf Fresh Show. I am your host, Young Fresh, aka the Pod Guy. I'm in the building. Ride shotgun with my nigga, Mr. Tone Deaf.
Coach Tone.
Usually I have some kind of weird antidote about Tone, but not today.
Just Mr. 2-day notice Tone.
That's crazy.
It's not.
It is.
It's more than enough time for them to
No,
know.
it's not.
It's enough time.
They don't have any time to replace you.
That's not my problem. If they fired me, they didn't have time to replace me.
But usually if they're gonna fire you, they already got the nigga lined up already.
That's what you think. They not.
I've never seen nobody get fired. It was just an empty hole.
Then you ain't been in my job because that's damn sure been the case.
Oh, well, see, in retail.
This is not retail.
That's why I tell my supervisor all the time. I was like, bro, I've never seen nobody fired for just being like a shitty worker.
No,
You gotta agree, like you gotta break a rule for them.
You gotta
to
be
fire.
egregious. That's why they always get you with attendance. Because attendance is easy to get you with. We'll get you with these tardies. Because when you usually an egregious, terrible worker, your attendance is usually pretty bad. Or if you just really a horrible worker, we'll find some place to put you. That's how Walmart created greeters. It wasn't for the special needs. It was for the niggas who just lazy.
Man.
Make you a greeter.
That's how I feel like that's what they be doing at my job. Like niggas get bounced around and they move niggas to the meat department and they be like, if you don't work out back here,
You just horrible.
you out. You out.
But you work in the meat department. So what's that saying about you?
I was hired to work in the meat department.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't start off as a cashier. And they was like,
How are you bad at cashiering?
because some people can't count.
They don't make y'all do a math test?
I don't fucking know.
Well, you know what? They don't, because I went to a Burger King in Germantown one time and I ordered a meal that was $7.77.
That motherfucker gave you $100 back.
I gave him $10. Okay? $10.
And he gave you the same 10
If
back.
you could have gave me at least $2 and some loose change, I would have let it slide. Because you were just so excited to see somebody get $7.77. Apparently, I think it was Taco Bell. Apparently, you get a something special when you get like those numbers in a row.
Yeah, because that's usually like on the slot machines, jackpot.
Yeah, so they'll usually give you something for free because
They gave you some mild sauce.
it was something like cinnamon twist or some crazy stuff like that, right? And I went back to check my change. Bro gave me like $5 and like a few quarters and some nickels.
What the fuck? Out of a 10?
Out of a 10. So I pulled up to the next window to grab my food. And I immediately say, hey, can I talk to the manager real quickly? He's like, yeah, I'm the manager. I was like, hey,
Listen,
I don't know if you know this.
this nigga back here can't count.
I need you to double check with him back there because his math is off. I gave him a 10. He gave me back 5. I didn't give her my 5 back.
Yeah, that nigga said, he said, I'm gonna let you know what the problem is, but this is a $2 come up,
Like,
and I'm gonna take it.
so I need you to double check to make sure because his drawer might end up being short tonight because he gave me too much change back. I didn't say he was stealing. I just said, hey, his drawer might be a little
But
short.
you also didn't offer the correct change.
Look, bro, you gave me a 5. I ain't got these singles to break this back down for you.
So you stole.
No,
Yes, you did.
I was gifted.
No, you
That is a
weren't.
gift. I was handed a gift.
He fucked up.
And I got a gift.
This is the crazy part. He fucked up. You asked for the manager to correct the fuck up, yet you didn't come out of your pocket.
No, that was
Niggas is nuts. You crazy.
strange.
You are crazy. And for
Because,
that,
because if I gave you the correct, hear me out. If I gave you the correct check, if I said I gave you 10 and he gave me more change back, and I give the change back to you only for me to find out this really was my 5, I lost out.
that the 5 you're supposed to have?
Yeah, let's just say the order because I got something free, he actually discounted me instead. So maybe it was supposed to be, but the receipt initially said $7.77. Maybe he made some changes on his end, but I definitely clearly let that person know the math ain't mathing back there.
So what you're saying is you just causing all kind of chaos.
I am just making sure.
So this man probably plugged you with something free because of the 777 thing. You done told his boss now that you should go check on folks. I don't think he can count Motherfuckers are sped back there handing out money. You done fuck dog day up.
Or
Now
I may have saved them.
now she micromanaging because she think folks can't count, and he was doing the right thing.
Look, he was a white boy. She was a black woman.
And this why niggas who put in a 3-day notice instead of a 2-week notice ain't shit as people.
We are great.
No, you're not.
We are great.
You fucking over your job. You done fucked over dude. Where was this Taco Bell at? Is this like Germantown?
Yeah.
See, and all he probably do, he just want to make enough money to go buy some drugs, and now he can't.
And he might have been high at the time, too. So that's even worse. You got a junkie at the window. You sure you want to trust a junkie with the money?
I mean, I trust a junkie to count money, but
Nah.
Supervisor.
Nah.
Crackheads gonna know those math.
No. Crackheads know what it takes to get to the number they're looking for. That is it.
Well, I mean, that mean they know some kind of math.
They know what it takes to get to $20. And that's it.
If it's a $20 rock,
20.
and I'm getting paid $5 per whatever the fuck I'm doing.
They will only do the 4 things they need to do.
I need to go do this 4 times.
And that's it. They're not thinking about like, hey, maybe if I can do it 8, I can get 2 rocks.
Can you buy crack in bulk? I know that sounds weird. But okay, hear me out. If you are a smoker in life, you buy things in bulk. Am I making sense though?
Okay, but usually
I don't buy just one weed.
who?
Okay, I don't just buy 3. Like I'm saying, can you get a 3-5 of crack?
No, you can't.
Can you get a bundle of crack rocks?
No.
Or did you just spend $50 on one rock?
You spent $50 on what you need in that moment.
Yeah, but it's all you only like if I spend $50 on weed, I guarantee you I can roll more than one blunt. You spend $50 on crack and you only got one rock to smoke.
9 times out of 10.
So that means if you got high at 10 o'clock this morning, by the time 3:15 hit, you're gonna be looking for another crack rock.
But I guarantee you that they be either done smoked that other rock.
You don't have another rock.
Hold on, hear me out. So if you bought 2 rocks, you're gonna smoke 2 rocks. Okay.
You said crackheads don't have a concept.
2 rocks.
Can you smoke a half a rock? Like I don't.
That's not how it works, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't know any crackheads to ask like how you smoke your crack.
You do not buy your crack in bulk. If my one friend was not in jail, I would ask her because she definitely
a supplier or a user.
She was a user.
Oh, no, I don't. You want to bring her here?
No, I wasn't gonna bring. I said have a conversation
because I'm like, it's too much expensive shit in here for us to be hanging out with crackheads.
She's clean now because
that don't mean nothing.
Being behind bars,
they always relapse. Motherfucker, see this,
it's the environment. If you
see this big ass TV and you go to the bathroom, and motherfucker be on the elevator.
You're not in the same environment. You ain't got to worry about that. But the first time I seen her do crack threw me off.
Because you watched her smoke it.
We were all. It was at a function. We were all at a kickback, and we were just minding our black-owned business, and everybody was having conversations and kids running in and out the house, and everybody was minding their black-owned business. And then we all just sitting on the porch with our, drinks and just chilling, and
so
just lit up.
So my uncle just texted me because he instead of writing in the comments from YouTube, he watches the show and he texts.
Right.
So he said that I'm pretty sure they just buy 8 balls.
They probably do, but buying crack in bulk usually means you're gonna sell it in a minute.
No,
I don't think people buy it to just use it.
But crackheads smoke crack. Potheads smoke weed. Same thing. But again, I don't think you buy crack in bulk. I think if you buy crack in bulk, at this point you buy dope. You can smoke dope. I don't know. Do whatever you want. But so this past weekend, we had the most anticipated verses of all the times.
Okay.
Or maybe it wasn't the most anticipated, but I feel like verses might be making a comeback. And if it's making a comeback, this was a good way to make a comeback. We had Cash Money Records taking over for the 99 and the 2000 versus Master P and the infamous No Limit Tank. And Master P, he went old school on it. He brought all his jewelry out. I didn't even know P still had this. I think he went and got a new No Limit Tank, man. Cause what? I ain't never seen that one.
Yeah, because he had to upgrade to show he got that bread still.
Man, niggas was on stage shine. Birdman looked like a fat raisin.
Because he is.
Imagine if you put like tattoos on a plum. That was Birdman standing on stage, fat in the motherfucker. Then they had Tamar Braxton out here looking like a groupie.
I heard about that.
She was just all hanging. She's doing a lot. She's throwing eyes. I'm like, where is your sister? Tony is the more mild-mannered one.
Well, Tony can't be out here wilding because
it's just another sad love song.
She the one that actually is the reason why the Braxton name is known.
That's true. That's right.
Like, I'm not saying that the other sisters didn't contribute to success, but
I mean, very late in life.
Yeah.
By the time her sisters was worth a damn, Tony was already Tony.
Ain't her and Birdman a thing though?
I don't think they're a thing anymore. I think they were married at one point in time. That in itself makes me question Tony Braxton's decision-making ability. Because I mean, look, I'm not here to judge dudes. I'm not here to do that. But I'm finna do it. But I'm not here to do it. There's two different things.
Okay.
Birdman is like he's very not attractive.
Right.
Like some niggas, even though you're not gay, you be like, you know what? Like Morris Chestnut, pretty good looking man. Pause. But I like when bitches go crazy over like niggas like that, I'm like, I get it. He's like 6 foot tall, he's chocolate, he got the smooth bald head. I understand why bitches like Morris Chestnut.
I mean, but
what I can understand is why anybody would be into Birdman.
Okay, so you're a heterosexual male.
I am.
Who's attracted to women.
Absolutely.
Specifically black women. But you will date outside your race if
I don't know if I date a white girl.
I didn't say a white girl. I just said outside your race.
Well, I think Latinos and niggas are all the same.
There's other things besides them too. But
you want me to date an Ecuadorian?
That's it. That's that floats your boat at that moment. Go for it.
Even though I think that's still type Spanish.
But what I'm getting at, bro, is it's not you to see the like in a dude.
Absolutely
that's not your preference.
It's not my line.
So every woman is different. Just like we say, there are some women that we can't see why some of our friends would date, but that woman checks all the boxes for them. It's not you. I've heard women say they like they men a little bit of ugly. So
niggas gotta stop quoting Glorilla. All you women out there,
these are older women where Glorilla probably picked it up from them.
With a little bit of ugly.
With a little bit of ugly. But so it's not for you to like or try to figure out why someone likes what they like. There's women that we like and we be like, bro, that's really what you into? But you know,
mind your business. Exactly. As I'm about to, because Birdman and Tony Braxton is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe she should get Babyface to write this nigga some songs.
Maybe there was some behind the scenes conversation, shenanigans. Maybe he's not the way he is when the cameras be on. Maybe he is a completely different dude. We were just having a conversation about how we can be around a certain group of people and we are a high level of niggerdom, but we go to a completely different organization and we're upper crust. So
upper crust.
Who knows?
I like my crust cut off my peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
I'm just saying. But
anyway, No Limit put their whole foot inside of Cash Money's anal cavity for about an hour and a half on this versus stage.
So we all know that the verses is always subjective, you know, depending on the era, depending on the artist. A lot of times we're going to like what we like because we like it, right? So there's a lot of people that they played their favorite Cash Money songs and they rocked with it. But I'm always been a No Limit soldier anyway. But the one thing I knew about No Limit, because we had a little No Limit party per se when we recorded last week before the verses even happened, and the No Limit bag is just entirely too deep.
Absolutely.
That's at the end of the day, the bag is too deep. So even if we just did all Master P stuff, he still got a bunch of bangers under his name alone. So when you go with No Limit, you can't argue with that. No, Cash Money may have put out 100 songs under their name before they became Young Money. No Limit put out 1,000. Okay, you can't argue with that. So to find a banger, to find a slap, to play a song we fuck with, to play a song we don't mess with, it's hard. And the crazy part about it is No Limit has songs that still didn't even get played.
Yeah, Cash Money left some money on the table too with that. But I feel like if it was just like a DJ battle, and it was just like Manny Fresh and KLC playing, No Limit, going hit for hit, it'd have been different. But because Versus is more like a concert type of thing, shit is different when you can bring out, when you got your ace up the sleeve. And I felt like with no Wayne and no Turk, Cash Money was at a big disadvantage. Because a lot of the records that they played, the standout verse might be Turk verse. The standout verse might be Wayne verse. Like, there is no way. It is just my personal opinion. There is no way that if Wayne and Turk is on stage doing the verse from I Need a Hot Girl, No Limit had nothing for that. But you doing I Need a Hot Girl and all you got is BG verse, and he got like the weakest verse on the song.
Yeah.
I think like after watching it as a whole, I would have preferred if it would have just been like Juvenile versus Master P. I think Juvie still loses a close battle, but I feel like that'd probably been way more entertaining. Cause like No Limit was a whole, like we are a unified front. Like even though it was the online rumors that him and Mia X was beefing, or like Mia X wasn't gonna be there, but everybody who should have been there from No Limit was there. All barring C Murder and Mystical, because they're both in prison. But I felt like if those niggas wasn't in prison, they would have been on that stage right next to Master P.
True. And I think that's also the big difference between Cash Money and No Limit in general. Like the connection in the union with No Limit has technically always been there. Like nobody really had beef with the family.
Yeah, you don't find too many people that got a bad thing to say about Master.
No, because he's the dude who really did take care of everybody. He made sure everybody was good. Now, if somebody made bad life choices, P did try to help you avoid that. But then if you just kept choosing to do that, then that's where he gonna leave you at. Like C Murder, his own blood brother. C would not leave the hood alone after he done shown that there's a way better way in life. Murder chose to still stay in the hood and that ghetto mentality. Mystical made bad life choices.
You know that song he got on his album called Pussy Crook is very true now.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying.
He definitely made bad life choices. So
twice.
Right.
The same life choice.
That's why it's a bad life choice, because it's a mistake the first time when you do something wrong.
Now you do it again. You did that on purpose.
Right. So bad life choices. But at the end, everybody was still good. Like Mia X really made everybody remind them, put respect on her name.
I was trying to tell niggas, they was like, Mia X, what she? I'm like, bro, her verse on Make 'Em Say,
yeah,
the best verse.
Now,
what y'all talking about?
What I did hear from a lot of people was,
we could have went without Silk. Yeah, I agree.
No, and you know what? At this point in time, because the way the music scene is, y'all got to stop giving him a bad rep, because there's a lot of people that follow his cadence now.
They're offbeat and stupid too.
Yeah, they follow his cadence now and they make bangers. The one thing that I think a lot of people started noticing was No Limit was very lyrical compared to Cash Money. Like there was bars there. There was hot lines there. There was some tracks there.
Oh, niggas could rap.
Yeah. And I think that's what it was. Cash Money definitely made a lot of songs for the clubs, for the parties, for niggas in their cars.
I feel like if you go back to that era of Cash Money, like when they were a unified group, the best rapper was always Juvenile. Like back when they was the Hot Boys, Juvie clearly was like the best rapper. as far as like the lyrical, technical aspect of what it is to rap. I think Juvie was the best rapper. Now Wayne evolved and became a great rapper, but when they was the Hot Boys, it was always Juvie. Juvie was the best rapper. Juvie had lyrics, metaphors. He had all that shit. Juvie could rap. But for Master P to whoop y'all ass with nothing from the 2000s, like he kept that shit between like 96 and 98. I don't even know if a song from 99 snuck on stage. Well, maybe Down for My Niggas. But yeah, I knew Cash Money was in trouble when Break 'Em Off played.
Right.
Like when I turned it on and I heard Hustler Ball, like I was like, oh, Birdman, you cook, nigga. You is cooked. What you finna do with this nigga?
I'm just saying. That's why I said his bag, the No Limit bag, is too deep. Even when you don't listen to the big five, other artists had bangers, because the whole Mercedes conversation came up when they played the song and she wasn't a part of the song, of course.
Who cares?
But the song was a banger.
It's not even her song.
It's not, but it's the fact.
She sang it. Mac wrote it.
We're not saying there was a bad thing, but you know, she had her feelings about that because she wasn't there. She wasn't a part of it.
She should have been talking to the nigga that she did her video from, standing in the crowd next to.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
You standing in the crowd next to the owner of Versus, and you mad that you're not on stage? You should be asking him why y'all didn't call me.
Well, if you there, why ain't you talking to the man who on stage? Why are you in the crowd and not talking? Like,
why she ain't ask P?
Yeah,
I don't, cause people just. I was just like, fam, you wanted to be on stage to perform what? You just want to sing. You want to sing the other half. We don't have enough time for you to do a whole song.
That was another thing about this Versus that threw me off big time too.
We needed more time.
It wasn't like this was an actual pretty short Versus.
Yeah,
like,
they only did like 10 songs.
Right. It wasn't even about doing 10 songs. It just felt short. Like Versus in the past, even if it was just 30, 40 minutes of just dead air behind the scenes stuff, it felt like it was longer. Or there was definitely always an artist or two we were waiting for and the live was still on.
Bro, they brought out Chopper Style.
That's what I'm talking about.
Where the fuck they find this nigga?
That's what I'm talking about. Even if you're not in the big five,
Chopper Style,
you still had.
But that was a slapper though.
That's the same. There was still always a banger or two that could be utilized.
I'm just glad they let Master P get his verse off, because that is probably top.
He probably didn't need to.
Top 5 worst verses I've ever heard in my life.
They did play Slow Motion, which I was cool with that. They should have actually ended with Slow Motion.
You know what they should have not did?
What?
Play the Millie. Because what the fuck are you playing this for?
Well, that's because they had nothing else to do.
He's not here.
Now, let's pivot real quick.
They didn't do
Let's pivot real quick that they didn't do
Because when you play the Millie, that's when you should just let Juvie start rapping
True. But the funniest thing is, for those who don't know, Wayne was in Vegas.
And he said he don't fuck with y'all. And that's why he wasn't there.
He had a whole other show at a completely different venue, not far from there too, that he was doing.
Wayne said I could do a verses by my goddamn self.
That's what made it hilarious to me, because he was there. He literally did, like you said, he did a verses where he could do his own music, had his own concert. It was definitely people who went to his concert, because ain't no way you not gonna go to a Wayne concert while you here if you a Wayne fan. And he got a bag. Now, I'm not saying that the people who did the verses didn't get a bag or whatnot, but Wayne definitely got a bag he don't have to share with nobody.
I was just gonna say, like, it's different when like we gotta share with everybody who was on this contract. Versus, it's just Wayne. It's just me.
But then again, it may not have been everybody. It may have just been, on No Limit side P, and then P just broke everybody else off a little bread for coming up here. Whereas in the bag might have been for Baby, and Baby only shared something with Juvie. Or maybe Juvie just came and did it, because we don't know. Like, verses in the past always gave you that feeling that nobody was getting paid to do this until it started being big like that.
Right.
So who knows?
But I feel like now that they're doing shit like concert format, I feel like a lot of shit that we got in the pandemic, we was just watching from like our phone. They should bring it back.
Well, I don't know. So before we even pivot to that, So apparently, I don't know. Speaking of Carter, did you see the comment that's floating around that Jay-Z feels like there's nobody whose catalog can compete with him for him to even want to do a versus?
Nah, he's smoking dope. If he think can't nobody fuck with him on the
All right,
verses,
who catalog would you put up against him?
the other Carter.
Okay,
But see, with that, I feel like
that's too different.
it's tricky because if we can't use like mixtape Wayne,
That's what I'm saying.
mixtape Wayne will fuck Hove up.
But I don't know, man. The bangers that Wayne that Hove got, just in general, Hove got tons of bangers, bruh.
I'm not saying that he don't, but
He got tons of bangers. His feature game is out this world.
I don't feel like he got a leg to stand on and say, can't nobody catalog fuck with mine.
I don't. I'm not disagreeing with you, but I'm really trying to figure out who might be that person. So I'm not saying that he ain't got somebody that can just come for his neck like that. I'm really just trying to figure out who would it be that can go.
I think Drake could go toe to toe with Hove.
I don't know, because Drake audience and Jay's audience, I don't know.
But okay, so here's why I feel like Wayne and Drake could give Jay a run for his money. Cause I feel like as great as Hove is, when you look at Hove's time as an active rapper year by year, Hove ain't never really had a chokehold on rap.
I don't know, my guy.
He ain't.
After Big and Pac.
Okay, so like, but what I'm saying, like, but just think about it. So we get to, okay, so Biggie and Pac, 96, 97, they die. So let's start Jay-Z career off effectively. Let's say Hove starts getting hot 98.
Okay.
DMX is on your ass in 98.
This is true.
And DMX dropped 2 platinum albums. Same year, damn it.
They were the same year. It was a double album that got split up.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
So like you got DMX nipping on your heels.
Okay.
And that's like 98. Then we get to like 99. Like we get to 99, like we looking at Eminem.
Okay. I'm not disagreeing with you.
So for him, like I just feel like when you look at somebody like Drake done been the undisputed hip hop king for the last 15 years. Like, and when I say undisputed, there's not really a challenger as far as like just making hits and good music. We're not talking about rapping because I feel like there are way better rappers than Drake. But when it comes to making music and a hit song, Drake been the undisputed king of hip hop for the last 15 years. Ain't nobody ever said no shit like that about Jay-Z.
I don't know, bro. It depends on the eras, because there those who was the older generation when Drake was still just a little young nigga would definitely stand on business and say Hov was definitely the undisputed, and because Drake is a singing nigga, they wouldn't even put him in the same category with Jay at times.
But
now Wayne, yeah, you might be right, but like you said though, mixtape Wayne makes a big difference.
Yeah,
you know. Technically, let's keep it a buck. Honestly, all you really got to do is have 15 songs to go against somebody, and sometimes that's all you really need. You can have 12 albums and only one good song per album, and technically you could still be a contender.
I feel like that is the verses that they need to try to put together. They need to get Wayne versus Jay-Z. I would be here for that. I wouldn't even give a fuck who you call the winner. I just feel like 20 songs or maybe 10 songs a piece from them would be great.
I mean, that's really all you need is just 10 or 15 songs.
And then I feel like with them two, the spectacle of the verses would be if we can get people to come out with us. Like Wayne and Jay-Z are who they are. Like they don't need the guest spots, but I think that's the allure of a concert setting and verses, because my whole catalog is open.
But that's where I think where Jay can definitely say, can't nobody get on his level, because the amount of features he's done, the amount of people he's had on their album, and these are all people who, with the exception of Kanye, that would probably show up with no problem. No problem.
I think if Wayne got in like his white bag, that'd be a lot easier than niggas.
Because a lot of Wayne features were his crew, in my opinion. So yeah, you'll get Drake, you'll get Nicki, you'll get a few other people here and there, but like Jay can damn near bring out hip hop, including Beyonce. Cause they got 2 songs together. Hell, they got a whole album together.
And I don't want you to play none of that shit at the verses.
I don't know, bro.
You come do a verses and you start playing that shit you got with your wife. We don't care. I'm looking for the slaps. Hard Knock Life.
I'm just
jiggle what, jiggle who type shit. Don't bring me no On the Run, fam.
I'm not talking about like, hey, there's a couple of tracks on that Carter that actually Beyonce gets her whole shit off.
And do your own verses. Then we're not here for that.
Oh, and who gonna go against her?
Beyonce. Yeah, and niggas be like, who gonna go against Beyonce? Come on, bro.
I'm just asking who. Taylor Swift.
Nah, shit.
Lady Gaga.
I mean, Mary J. Blige.
That's 2 different.
Why is it 2 different? A hit is a hit.
Just,
if y'all feel like Beyonce got some hits, put her up against a bitch that we know got some slaps.
Auntie Mary.
But see, and then niggas want to talk about generation. A song is a song.
I'm just
do you fuck with it or do you not fuck with it?
Auntie Mary, like, I don't know.
I want her on stage with them non-dancing ass boots she be wearing. Get your shit off.
Who did Jill Scott have a versus with?
Who could she or who did?
No, she did. Who did she?
I don't know.
Because I remember it wasn't even a versus, bro. It was a love fest. It was just beautiful.
It should be. That's what verses should be, though.
I think that was one of the first verses where it just felt just beautiful. I think they basically verbally loved on each other the whole time.
We do need more verses, though. Verses is like it's like a live hip hop lesson.
It was Erykah Badu.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember that. That was still during the pandemic.
Yeah, it was Erykah Badu and Jill Scott.
Like I feel like Lil Jon and T-Pain was not the right duo for verses.
Do you know that versus is probably the reason why we even got the Brandy Monica tour?
Did they do it? They didn't even do a versus.
They did do a versus
against each other.
Yeah,
damn.
I remember everybody was talking about the fact that Brandy actually came out with her Moesha notebook.
Love in the morning as soon as it's me.
Ashanti and Keisha Coles. What else?
Why did that's one person I wanted. Why the fuck did Ashanti have a verse? How many songs do you really got, Shorty? You don't.
At the time, did Keisha Coles have enough songs for it?
And neither one of them motherfuckers should have been up there doing 5 songs a piece.
Well, they were available, man.
You want to do a verse?
But at the same time, you got to give Shanti credit about her writing bag too, though.
No, for sure.
So she may not have actually had a lot of songs that belong to her, but she definitely wrote a lot of stuff. Because I think that's when a lot of people found out about the Jennifer Lopez situation.
Waiting for tonight.
Yeah, I think that's when everybody really found out about the Jennifer Lopez situation. But all in all, it was cool. I liked it.
How do you feel about these niggas going to jail for sports betting that still work for sports?
I heard about it. Okay.
Because
America is so tricky because gambling is legal, sports betting is legal, but you can't do certain things.
Like be on the team you betting on.
I mean, that's point shaving. That's what the movie Blue Chips really was. But somebody said something that really just made me be like, yeah, you're right. It's not a surprise. Like, it's been happening for years. Like the Blue Chip movie with Shaquille O'Neal came out when bro barely started his career. And they were talking about point shaving and sports betting back then. So, like, why is anybody surprised? It's more so that you got caught is what we're at this point in time.
And you know what, low key, they're not wrong. I mean, they wrong, but they're not wrong.
They wrong because why are you doing it? They not wrong because
why wouldn't you do it?
Why do you need to? You've already made it to like a lot of people's dream. You are in the NBA. Like, unless you got a serious gambling problem and the mob is threatening to break both of your legs if you don't get them their money, and their alternative is for you to look the other way once or twice so they could win this parlay or whatever it is in their case.
So, Tom,
that's a life lesson that you need to learn. Don't do that.
Let me ask you a question.
What up, though?
If you found out that you could win $100,000 based on if I showed up to pod or not.
Yes, I would want you to pod. But in that case,
yeah,
if we using that scenario,
100,000 guaranteed. If I just gotta, the Death Fresh intro gotta play, and when the camera cut is just you, I'm not in this building. 100,000. You will tell me to stay home.
I'm not saying that's different though. These niggas get paid 100,000 to just come to work anyway.
But I'm just saying, like, I understand from the aspect of you do shit because at the time, in the moment, it is easy. Right. If I told you right now, Tom, all right, bro, look, I need you to go to the bookie or wherever you do your betting, 20 G's on me. Take the under on everything. Look, and then I'm going to check out 5 minutes into the game.
Look.
And then I'm going to sit the rest of the game.
Look, I'm not saying you wrong. There's a lot of people.
And you not saying that you wouldn't go put the bet down.
I'm not saying you wrong, but there's a lot of people out here in this world who have done the same thing and they got in trouble. It was just not sport betting. Martha Stewart went to jail because somebody told her a stock tip, which I don't understand how that's illegal.
Yeah, that's a plug. That's a hookup.
That's a plug. But because somebody told you that something was gonna happen, you made a bunch of money, and some odd reason that's illegal. And I don't never understand that. That's like saying if this new business venture is about to pop off, and in about 2 weeks, the president of the United States is about to make what would be my competition illegal. That's not my fault you told me that. Why should I be penalized because I didn't know that was going to happen until you said something? So how do you know I wasn't going to make this, investment anyway? Maybe I thought it was a good idea. Maybe this business looked like it was something that the world needs, so I invested in it. It had nothing to do with the president saying anything, but they'll consider that illegal.
What did the president say to you?
That
doesn't matter.
It didn't matter. He didn't say it to me, but whatever my competition would have been, he said that's not gonna go, and now I'm the number one place for you to come and get everything from. So now I'm a millionaire because I was ahead of the game. I just benefited from it. But America's weird like that. Yes, it's illegal to stay home, because staying home gets you $100,000 and you knew in advance, but it's life, bruh. I wish I could get $1,000 for you just coming here to pod.
Me fucking too.
Oh, I didn't say you was getting any of it. I just said
that is crazy. I'm helping you get 1,000,
but I'm the one taking the risk. You just came and showed up.
I can't get like 500.
I think about it.
250.
I said I think about it, nigga.
Damn, it be your own people. Niggas don't want to help you with the crime that they commit.
All right, we're gonna make this a short pod. We're gonna get up out of here because I done got hungry and I gotta go pick up the girls. So with that being said, people, we're gonna go ahead and end this one real quick. I thank y'all for tuning in today. I will let y'all know if we be back next week or not. All right, Juan, take us home.
Who the fuck pissed in your Cheerios? And whoever pissed in your Cheerios, you tell that bitch I said kiss my ass.